I laugh when people call me an artist because I come from the industry and it's like weird to think that I'm an artist, but I suppose I am. I'm Rita Floyd, and I'm a flower maker. So this is bone china clay that's used for flowers. That's just vegetable oil, and that just stops the clay sticking to your fingers. So this is a little daisy petal, and that gives me the pattern.
Ah, I see.
And I've made this little pattern myself out of clay. I used to be on piecework earning my wages, so I had to be very fast.
Oh, you are very fast. Yeah, you're making that look really just, it's coming natural to you.
Yeah, this is slow compared to how I used to do it. So I make 9 petals, and then for the middle I use this tea strainer. That's what we always used in the industry. Push it on there, so you get your seeds.
Ah, gosh.
And then the petals go on just edge to edge, and you follow round with them, so you're making a perfectly round daisy.
That is beautifully lifelike.
They were all copied off real flowers, as far as I'm aware, in the industry, you know, when they were designed. The lady who trained me, she used to get a piece of clay and a flower and just go in the office, make one, and then say, right, we're going to learn how to do this one. So if you just dab your finger on the oil,
Yeah.
give your hands a little rub together.
So
Just rub your hands, it just stops the clay sticking. So you've got to make 5 dozen an hour, is that all right?
5 dozen an hour?
Yeah.
Won't be a problem.
So there you are, so just press on your marker.
Yeah.
Now take it off.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, so far
And then
so
just
good. But
take it, just taper it in, there you go. And then just press again, so you're making it nice and thin. That's it, that's nice. Yeah.
And then pull that bit off.
And then before you pull it off, just taper your petal in, like that.
Okay.
And roll it into a little...
So how many people have come along this week to make these flowers?
Oh, we've been so busy. Lots and lots, especially on a Saturday. But it's been really busy this morning.
I think I've made that petal too fat, didn't I?
That's okay.
It feels almost, Rita, a bit like a confessional sitting here. So, I mean, what sort of conversations have you had with people? Any surprising conversations that you've had with people?
I think we've had people like talking really about what they did in the industry as well, bringing memories back.
Okay, yeah.
Because people who've walked past the window and have actually seen the flowers in the window. There was a lady this morning just as I arrived, and she was walking past. And she says, oh, this brings back memories. And she'd seen me flowers in the window.
So the people that have been making the flowers with you, have they mostly been people that have worked in the industry before?
1 or 2, but there's been some children who always enjoy it. But yeah, there was a lady in earlier on, and she came just over a week ago, and she's come back today, and she was in the industry working, and she's just sat and made flowers this morning.
You see, I'm so concentrating on these petals that I haven't even counted out.
No, you see, you're doing it without thinking now.
I am, yeah.
But it's better doing it.
Natural, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's better doing it like that. You're not thinking about what you're doing.
6, 7.
Want another 2?
2 more.
You need to get your speed up though, I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Right, so
1 more, yeah.
Okay. So how did this come about for you? How come you've been chosen to lead these workshops this week?
Well, I worked with Keith on the Throwdown, the last series, not this series. I was the guest judge, and I did the flower challenge. So they made a daisy, funnily enough, the contestants did.
Okay.
So when Keith had this exhibition, he asked if I'd come and be the artist in residence and do the flowers.
Okay. Yeah.
So really that's how it all came about.
So what we're doing here now, you've got
Just
a
do
little
your
tea
middle.
strainer, and
Yeah.
this is creating
So
the
you get
seeds,
your seeds,
is it, in the very centre?
So that,
of
but
the
you've got
daisy.
to do your own.
I've got to do my own, okay.
Right.
You're quite a task, mistress.
I know, well you have to be. I was taught by the best.
So
she was a bit of a dragon actually. She was brilliant.
So did I squeeze that into the tea strainer?
Just do it a little bit more.
Does it matter? Do I need to roll that piece of clay again?
You can if you want to, or you can do it. It's up to you.
I will do.
Yeah. Perfectionist.
Becoming a perfectionist.
Yeah. But men would have done this, originally. It would have been a man's job. before women were allowed to do the skilled jobs.
I think that looks better.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Now squeeze it down so you're making like a nice little round middle.
Nice little round piece.
But men do well actually with the flower making.
Do you feel there's a bit of a renaissance at the moment then?
I hope so.
Sort of skill?
I really hope so, yeah. That's lovely. So when you're putting your petals on, can I just show you the first one? And then,
go ahead, yeah.
so put your petal on like that. So it's tapered in at the bottom. Then put your petals on side by side.
And I need to do them, I can't do them opposite each other, I need to do them right side by side.
Yes, I do think it's, well, I hope it's going to come back. That's my wish, really.
Yeah.
Because I make my own flowers now. I mean, I've worked in the industry a long time in the past, but I can design my own now, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I add the colour to my clay, so they come out, they're not painted, they're not glazed. The colour just goes in and they come out all different colours.
When I first got back to North Staffordshire last spring, as I said, I'd been away for quite a while. I sat in the gardens at Spode in Stoke.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it only really occurred to me then that the whole ceramics industry it's based on art, isn't it?
Of course.
It's not like there's, say, the Black Country, which was,
of course.
It was heavy industry that was remarkable about the place. We're known for being
We're very,
crafters
very
and artists
skilled. The
North
people in North Staffordshire are very skilled, very artistic. And I think just because we worked in the industry and we did so many of whatever we were making, whether it was flowers, cups, sauces, whatever they were doing, I think it was a little bit undervalued, to be perfectly honest, because it was such mass production. But that shouldn't take away the skills that people had and have still got.
You can tell looking at my daisy that my skills are not in numbers, are they? Because I've not been able to put all of the little petals on my daisy.
Do you want me to make room for your last
It's like
one?
the opposite of a four-leaf clover. Is that passable? Does that pass as a daisy?
That's beautiful. That's lovely. Yeah, that's lovely. Shall I do you the stem?
Yeah, okay.
There you go. There's your daisy. Now that's unique, you see. There'll never be another one like
And
that
that'd be
now.
a 7-leaf daisy, is it?
There you are. I think you fit 8 in, didn't you?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, yes. 8.
Yes.
8, that's fine.
Very good.
Not too bad.
Brilliant.
What is it about creativity, do you think? How important is creativity to you and the people that you've met this week, what they've been
Oh, I
saying?
think it's really important, especially, I think as well, to be honest with you, I think COVID has changed a lot of people's attitudes to things. I think it's made me realise what's important and what isn't important, and you've got to get your priorities right. And I think especially during lockdown, a lot of these craft activities have got people through it. I know it got me through it because, like I said, I do my own work as well. So I got my clay at home and I was working, not every day, but some days when I was feeling a bit, because I think it got in everybody's heads. And I just think, get my clay out, get my colours out, do some experimenting. And I was lost in it. And I think that's what people get. And I think people sitting with me, making flowers, gets them talking.
Well, I think you might be able to sort of dish the dirt maybe on some of the conversations you've had this week.
No, but it's amazing. Like the lady I was talking about earlier, Barbara, I think she's 80, well in her 80s. I think she said she was 87, I think. And she's been talking memories, and she's brought me something in today that she made about 60 years ago. The little flowers that she put on this little horseshoe. And it was amazing. She was talking about her memories, and so I think it gets people talking and it evokes memories for people. And I think they then remember. It's bringing memories back to them.
Yeah. What's the youngest person that's made a flower?
A little girl just 4. 4 years old.
Yeah.
She was named Lily, and she made a daisy because I said, would you like to make a lily? She said, no, make a daisy. So she made a daisy. Yeah.
And have the sort of younger people, have they taken to it like a duck to water?
Yeah, yes, they do. And I think when you're trained when you're young, you do pick it up quicker. And I wish we could train people to do this skill. But with the industry declining so much, there haven't been any jobs available for people to do this, which is a shame, because if we don't train people, we're going to lose the skills eventually, because obviously we're not going to be around forever. So I think that's a crying shame. There ought to be some opportunities for young people to actually sit, not just do it a few minutes, just sit and learn and be trained like I was trained. Even though there isn't a job at the end of it, there should be a way around that somewhere that we can do the research and
Because learning a skill like this, it's not just about skills for industry, is
no,
it?
it
Skills
isn't.
for jobs, it's actually learning a skill
Yeah.
to create a pastime for yourself.
Yeah.
We all know what pastimes like this add to our well-being and
Yeah,
mental health.
definitely.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, with the young people, I think sometimes we forget about how they feel. You know, we tend to concentrate more on older people, but I think younger people have gone through it really badly this past couple of years with their education stopping and starting. So I think it's important that they get some opportunities to do things like this.
Yeah. So having worked in the industry and now you're leading workshops like this, do you describe yourself as an industrialist or as an artist?
Well, I laugh when people call me an artist, because I come from the industry and it's like weird to think that I'm an artist, but I suppose I am. But I'll always have that in my heart that I came from the industry, and I'm proud of that, because so I've got a bit of both, I suppose. I'm lucky enough to be able to do my own work as well, after 50 years of being a flower maker.
How many flowers do you think you've made over those years, Rita?
Millions, probably. I used to make nearly 40 dozen a day, every day. So must be millions if you think about it.
Well, I've made the one. I think I'm fairly proud of how it's turned out.
That's fantastic. You've got the job.
Thank you very much.
Start on Monday.
Cheers, Rita. Thank you.
Thank you.